Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we focus on a development that is sending ripples through the Middle East and beyond, what is being described as a major win for Iran. An Arab nation has ordered the withdrawal of American troops from its capital city after signing a new security pact. This decision carries weight far beyond the immediate borders of that nation. It reshapes alliances, redefines security strategies, and repositions key players in the region's complex geopolitical landscape. From the outside, the decision looks like a bold declaration of sovereignty. The government of this Arab state has chosen to chart its own path, free from the heavy hand of American influence that has been present in its capital for years. The withdrawal of U.S. forces is a highly visible symbol, not just for local citizens but for regional observers, who have long questioned the depth of American commitment in the Middle East. Streets are filled with a sense of change, as the imagery of departing U.S. convoys contrasts sharply with the promises of stronger security ties with Iran. This exterior layer of events speaks volumes. The balance of power is tilting, and it is Iran that is smiling quietly in the background. Inside, the real decisions were made in the quiet chambers of leadership. After months of negotiations and discreet exchanges, the government struck a deal with Tehran that secures Iranian support in exchange for deeper cooperation. The move wasn't sudden but carefully calculated. For the United States, this is a painful reminder that influence is not permanent and that allies can pivot when they feel Washington no longer provides enough reassurance. For Iran, it is another foothold gained through strategy rather than direct confrontation, highlighting how its soft power and regional diplomacy are steadily paying off. The performance of this decision on the ground is significant. By forcing the U.S. withdrawal, the Arab nation signals to its population that it can manage its own defense while turning to new partners. Iran is expected to provide not just advisors and intelligence, but also training and equipment. Meanwhile, the credibility of the United States as the ultimate security guarantor is questioned. For Washington, this development looks like a weakening of its regional dominance and a challenge to its long-standing position as the first responder in Middle Eastern crises. The performance is strong for Tehran, weak for Washington, and full of uncertainty for the host nation that must now adapt quickly. Safety remains the greatest concern. American presence, whatever its controversies, had acted as a stabilizing factor. Its departure leaves a vacuum that the new pact with Iran is designed to fill. Tehran has pledged to support local forces, bolster defenses, and establish a joint security framework that reassures the public. But uncertainty lingers. Can Iranian advisors and guarantees truly match the technological and logistical power the U.S. once provided? The answer will determine whether this bold move becomes a long-term gain or a short-term gamble. The unique value of this shift is its symbolism. An Arab nation expelling U.S. forces from its capital is not just a practical change. It is a profound statement about sovereignty and independence. It suggests that American influence is not as untouchable as once thought, and that Iran has found ways to grow stronger without firing a shot. For Tehran, this outcome reinforces its message of resistance to Western presence and resonates across other Arab nations that may now question their own alliances. Yet every decision has a price, where the Arab nation turning away from the United States could mean losing access to advanced weapons, financial aid, and international backing. For the United States, the cost is reputational as much as strategic, signaling that its grip over the Middle East is slipping. For Iran, the victory brings new responsibilities. By stepping into a larger security role, Tehran risks being dragged into domestic disputes and future conflicts within the nation it has just embraced as a partner. This story is not just about military movements. It is about identity, sovereignty, and shifting allegiances in one of the world's most contested regions. The image of American troops leaving, contrasted with new agreements being signed with Iran, will be remembered as a defining moment. It shows strength on the outside, careful calculation on the inside, powerful consequences in performance, cautious safeguards in safety, symbolic weight in its uniqueness, and heavy costs in its price. In the end, it marks a turning point that will echo across the Middle East, changing the way nations see the United States, Iran, and their own role in a rapidly evolving geopolitical puzzle.